Good evening, welcome to Ubuntu channel, and tonight we are bringing you the program that we do bring you every Wednesday at 20 hours Central African time. And this program is called Meet Your Leaders, a program designed that, we make you meet your leaders and get to familiarize with them. Tonight, we do have, a counselor for Ward 22, a word called Ngwerere word. And just here, we want to find out, the development in this particular word and also the utilization of, the CDF funds. My name is Chaza right here, and tonight I am with my co-host Lance Sunny Banda. Lance, good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Chaza. Good evening to our dear viewers, as well as good evening to our guest that is gracing this particular interview today in this particular evening. I'm so happy to finally be here today. As you know, past few weeks I haven't have had picture, but hey, we are here. It's a Wednesday and the last Wednesday of the month. Good evening, Chaza.
It's definitely good to have you, after some time. And I guess this time you've been away in terms of, picture. I must believe that, you've been great and everything has been going on well.
Well, I've been great. Everything has been going on well, despite a few challenges here and there. But hey, the Lord is with us, and we're trying to do what we can do best. And on this particular channel, Ubuntu channel, we always try our best to make sure that we get to bring credible people on our different programmings so that our dear followers and viewers can get to follow us and view what we bring for them. On our different programming apart from Meet Your Leaders. Thank you so much, Chaza.
Beautiful. And our, guest is right here with us. He is actually Councillor Adrian Banda. And just like I earlier indicated, is the ward councillor of Ngwerere ward. And this ward is Ward 22. Good evening, Councillor Adrian, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Chaza. Good evening, Laz, and good evening to fellow viewers across.
Beautiful. And getting started, Councillor, Adrian, would like to find out about you. Who is Councillor Adrian? Tell us about yourself, in all aspects, in terms of, your family, the social aspect, and not forgetting the educational aspect and also the professional aspect.
Thank you. My name is Adrian Banda. I'm the councillor for Ngwerere Ward 22, which is Garden, Chilulu. I'm 40 years old, with family. I can say married with family. I've got 5 children, so I'm old. And I did my senior secondary school at Chaza Secondary School in 2021, when that was my last year of leaving Chaza. And I did telecommunication and the electronics engineering at Greenwood Institute. Yeah, and from there, I'm a Catholic. I'm Christian, I can say. I've engaged myself into different activities at church, different groups as youth groups, championing different types of activities. Thereafter, I find myself to be a leader as a councillor in Ngwerere Ward 22 through the people or through the church identification to say, Mr. Banda, what you do by then, it suits to be a councillor. So please, we're asking you, maybe we can get interested for you to be a councillor. That's when I gave them time to say, let me think about it. And those women came from Catholic Church, St. Paul's Parish in Chipata compound. Then I gave them 2 weeks, and they came. I said, these people are really serious. Me, I just enjoyed to do my corporate social responsibility, whatever business I was running. I even forgotten. I'm a businessman. I run a business which deals in printing activities. So I said that it's just to help. But they said, no, no, no. Okay, please, we want you. And I took interest. I had a meeting with my family and they accepted to say, we can go ahead. That's when I contested in 2016 and I was elected as a councillor. Thank you.
That's a nice thing. You've actually told us about the 2016, election, and I am under the impression that you continued, in 2021. Please attest to that.
I didn't get you clearly.
I'm saying you have only talked about 2016. Please tell us about 2021 also, the
Okay.
elections.
Yeah, I thought maybe there was a question which you asked me. You said talk about a brief biography of myself. Yes, when I was elected in 2016, I took it up to serve the people diligently of Ngwerere Ward 22. And through what we promised them, because I had signed the social contract with the community to say, this is my vision, this is what I'll do. And I thank God that we delivered with the previous government. By then, we promised people to have good road networks in Ngwerere Ward 22, to have access water supply, to have women and youth empowerment, different activities. And to mention the few, I say we have delivered. I can mention to say we did in terms of roads. And wherever we're trying to, for me, I can say there are no road networks within Inya roads. So we did Canary Road from gravel to bitmap standard, Pendera Road from gravel to bitmap standard, and Church Farm Road, even the road from the Garden Road to Canary Road. We did that one. So people were happy to say, Nimwana, but what he promised as people he has delivered. We had no waste management tractor. We procured the waste management tractor and what fund, and they started working because garden was like a dump site. The garbage was all over. It took me some years to clean up garden. We didn't even have a keep garden clean and green and health campaign, which we did. Before the introduction of Keep Zambia Clean, we did ourselves at the meeting at a garden park. We called the people, beautiful people, and they came in numbers. We swept garden, we clean up through where we shall. They helped us to dispose of the waste to the tap site. For me, then we also continued sensitizing the community how to subscribe to the CBs, even the white tractor which we purchased. By then, I found the garbage fee was at 40 kwacha in 2016. Then I said, no, it's not everyone can manage. Someone from Kankua to pay 40 kwacha, someone from Canada area there to pay 20 kwacha. No, it's better we reduce that 40 kwacha to 20 kwacha. And people accepted and they were really happy to say, yeah, this is what we were watching, and we reduced it. And even our partners who are CBs, they said, okay, it's fine. They adhered to the adjustment of the garbage fee. People started subscribing to the tractor, which I know that it's not everyone, because it's a process to change the mindset of the people to say no, tikazidi pira ku tractor. We did that, and we loved also side 3 area. There's an area where there was police officers used to stay there, property for the community. Then I had to chase them out of the property.
Councillor Adrian, I think allow me to just cut you short. I know you have a vast kind of testimony as regards what is happening in your ward. But for now, I'm still on the introduction part. So I would like now to find out from you how it has been to work with the current government, considering that, you are a PF, councillor? How has it been? Has it been easy? Has it been hard? Kindly tell us how it has been.
Yeah, for me, you know what it is. People they elect us. They put us in office. First, let me start with what's the role of the councillor. The role of the councillor is to lobby and to solicit, meaning that I'm the bridge between the community and the government. Regardless, whichever government will come, me as a councillor, as a civic leader, I need to provide the communication between the community and the government. So for me, I see there's nothing wrong coming from the PF. The New Dawn government are there. It's for me, my job is to knock to the doors that this is what the people want. So I've got no any problem. I personally to say no, since there's a New Dawn government, I'm unable to knock to these higher authorities doors. No, they increased the CDF from 26 to from 16 from 1,000 from 1.6 to 20 to 25 from 25 to 23. We knocked this. We knocked to their doors to say the people they need this and they'll provide the services. Even currently now, people they want to Garden Road. Where do I go? I have to knock to their doors. That's why people voted for me. So regardless whatever the government is in power, me my job is to work as a conduit between the community and the government.
All right.
So you have
thank
been
you so
doing
much.
your work in that respect. What about from the government? Have you been receiving the support that you need?
The what?
Have you been receiving the support that you need from the government? When you knock on their doors, do they give you the support that you require?
You have got the area member of parliament. The structure of the government. There's a president. There's ministers. There's MPs. There's a councillor. There's a mayor. So if there's something which I'm knocking to their doors, it's not coming forth, I run to the area member of parliament, who's a policymaker, to say, my boss, there's a challenge here. I've written some requests which I need to be done. The things are not working out. That's why the area member of parliament, Honorable Shakafusa, has to push to come up to say, no, my councillor needs this. He provide what he wants. Recently, we had experienced some floods within my ward near Mtonyo area there, and the MP came forth, and I really appreciate. We went to appreciate what was happening there. Over 60 houses, 48 houses were recorded, and they submitted their names. The MP went to the parliament, and he questioned the vice president to say, we need support for those who were affected with the floods. And we thank God the entire team came. The provincial minister, she came, the district commissioner, she came, and the MP was there to provide some foodstuffs and the midday meal with blankets to the affected people. So meaning that whatever we want, when we knock to the doors, through the processes, we are able to receive.
All right. Thank you so much, Councillor Adrian, for being elaborative. But quickly, let's get to move to another issue, or maybe to other things that you are facing in your ward. As a ward councillor for Ngwerere Ward 22, I am sure and I know that you have vast areas that that fall under your ward. And these are communities, or these are companies and compounds that you have in your ward. How easy or hard has it been for you to manage to work and distribute eco-developmental projects in these different companies, compounds, and every place that is attached to your ward?
Yeah, for me, first and foremost, let me just give you a simple demography of garden. It starts from Kasangura, Leo Line, it goes to Manchinchi, Makishi Road, Cockpit, that is Luangwa. From there, there's like a stream there, which is Ngwerere stream, coming to back to Kasangula. So there's different areas. There's Kanere, there's site 3, there's site 4, there's Luangwa, and I can say Chilulu and Shamwana area, Gabon. Like Gabon people, they have been living in fear for quite some time, for some years. But when I came in, when I was elected, I promised them, I said, you people have been living without proper documentation, no ownership for the title deeds. 450 houses were affected. And we pushed in, we worked hard, and today people acquired the title deeds. So I tackled the area of Gabon, Shamona area. Today they're smiling, they say, what he promised us has delivered. When you come forth in Gabon area again, they wanted some water. I know we have got 2 utilities companies which supplies clean and safe water. We have got Garden Water Trustee, we have got Lusaka Water and Sanitation Company. We sank some borehole near Gabon for people to have access water. Those people who can able to buy water for washing. The Well-Wisher came on board. Site 3, there was no clinic there, but today there's a clinic in Site 3. They're able to access medical facilities nearby on the desktop to try to decongest Chipata Level 1 hospital. It's not everyone can book a taxi to go to Chipata Level 1 hospital. That's why we had to chase those officers who were there to say, no, pave way for the development, which we did. So meaning that Site 3 area, they have got a clinic which is can accessed by even neighboring ones. Olympia, they can come over. Justin Cow, they can come over. Chaza, they can come over because they're able to access medical facilities within, just nearby, which we did on that one. When you go to the center near the market there, if you see there's a police post which was done by the government through CDF, and we used a community initiative with our business entities who did the traffic office. We managed in that one. To emphasize, so again, we have got WDC. Those are our development committees who I'm a member who sitting in that. Again, from that, we have got subcommittees who are called zone leaders. So those zone leaders, they work in hand with the WDC to report whatever need they want within their zones. And in Ngwerere Ward 22, we have got 13 zones. So each zones present 250 houses. So for us, it's easier to have information within the ward, which is Ngwerere.
All right. Now, maybe just a follow-up to what you've mentioned and to also the scores that you have made so far as a councillor looking at development in your ward. Let's get to look at, as a ward councillor, all these scores that you've made. Do you have a particular structure, that helps you to ensure that all these projects that you have for your ward are coming to fruition? Or maybe you are doing it, everything personally, everything should fall under Adrian Banda. How are you doing it?
That's why there's a WDC. So the structure already, there's a WDC. WDC is Ward Development Committees who works with ourselves. I'm the part of the development committees, and we have got all stakeholders within our communities. Like in Ngwerere Ward 22, we have got stakeholders meeting quarterly for submission of the development, submission of empowerment. So those committees, the meeting which we normally have gradually is to know what we have done, what we have achieved, and what are the challenges. So we sit down. That's why, again, I will always say we have got CDF committees, which whatever we discuss, we forward it to our bosses, and our bosses panobit it. They also submit through authorities. We have got the council, we have got the ward fund, we have got CDF funds. So whatever we do, we request, but before we request, we always engage the community at large. So it's ourselves, it's not Adrian.
All right, Councillor Adrian, I think I would like to find out on the issue of CDF. How has it been in your ward? How have you been, utilizing, the CDF? And do you have any projects? Just enlighten us, as regards CDF in your ward.
Yeah, 2022 CDF, I can say through grants, and the bursaries. I can mention that 20 groups have benefited through grants, and the 101 students, the school that benefited in terms of skills trainings, which very soon will be graduated. That is for 2023 or 2022. And we have submitted the projects procuring of school desks for Ngwerere and Simon Kapwepo, because we are lacking school desks. Again, we need some 1x3 classroom block, both this school. We need also to construct a modern youth center. That's where my office is. We need to demolish that one and to put up a modern wall whereby youth are able to meet, instead of themselves indulging to different activities, drug abuse and so forth. So we have assessed the funds. For 2023, I can say 10 plus groups will also be benefiting from the same grants. 248 students will also benefit from skills and training skills.
So now, considering all these things that have happened, as regards the 2022, CDF, are there any challenges? What are some of the things that you are looking up to as regards, the allocation for 2023?
The challenges, Mr. Moderator, Mr. Chaza, is the process. It's so cumbersome. I'm talking about the 2022 CDF, which we requested for procuring of school desks, but we are in 2023, meaning that we are going to implement the procuring of those school desks in 2023. So we need to panel beat some of the clauses found in CDF guidelines, because the community, they want to wait to say there's a process. They'll say, no, since these people are coming from opposition, they're just trying to sabotage the government. The answer is no. It's because of the process. It's too cumbersome. Yeah, because I need to deliver. Also, I need to point. There's even a challenge in terms of we did Kampala ground. First phase we did. We are waiting for second phase. This is 2023. No, so there's a lot. It takes a lot of draggings for it to come to life, to reality. So we need to work on the guidelines of CDF. Maybe we can just be approving within the district or within ourselves or provincial before it reaches up there, because we have got these arms whereby when we sit as a WDC, we take it to CDF committee, they take it to local government, they approve, it come back to council. So as a community, they're on us. They're talking about when you lead for our FOLA, they'll think that, no, Adrian, you know what I mean? They're waiting to see a reality, to see the program, the project running or project being started. So for me, the challenge is there. Let's look at the guidelines.
Thank you so much, Councillor. Now, let's get to, dissect your word. I know that different councillors face different problems in their wards. And still speaking on CDF, but I would also want you to marry my question with CDF or the CDF projects that you have. Many a times, and mostly, especially your ward, I think you and I have had a chat on your ward, Ngwerere Ward 22, where we've had many reports coming through to say that Ngwerere Ward 22 have had a high number of junkies, attacking innocent citizens or innocent people just because they're knocking off late from their place of work. You have junkies attacking them. Then we also have issues of garbage collection. We have people that are taking advantage of the people from Ngwerere Ward 22. Baba charging 5 kwacha, 10 kwacha, and like um, the councillor's office working hand in hand with the local government to see how they can best work in collecting this waste management and everything. Using CDF, how are you attending to these challenges, the police, junkies, and waste management?
Yeah, junkies is a national issue, which is everywhere because of lack of employment. That is number one. Two is the issue to deal with the parental guidance. That is number two. Because for such person to be found as a junkie, he was just born from the heaven or has got parents. So the answer is no. So on that issue, since the inception, myself, we have been having community engagement, how we can reduce or help these so-called junkies. We have met them. We had the census. Some enumerators failed to exercise or to do their exercise. They called upon myself, and I called Paul. Paul is a president for youths who came with me to go and appreciate where the junkies are. And when they saw us, they jumped on us. They said, hey, Waboz. We even interviewed them. What causes this? So we picked 5 of them to say we'll put them on the skills training so that they can acquire something. What they're lacking, they need also parental guidance very much. Yeah, we have engaged the force, which is the police. They did their cleanup. We appreciate Chief Inspector Muke, who normally uses even his own vehicle. They did the operation, and at least they picked, especially those ringleaders who supply some drugs, also to disturb, even to get other colleagues to be in that. So I can say they're in custody, and law shall take its own course. But this cannot be the answer. The solution is, let's work together, the churches, ourselves, all the stakeholders, how we can teach our children. If you find that Mwana Sasebenza is coming with bread, is coming with different types of things, you ask, Nichani, where do you get the money from? Because they attack the people, they get the phones, they sell, and they keep the living, and they stay with parents. So for me, I really emphasize or put emphasis on the parents. We need to work together. The parents must know their children. CDF, yeah, already Paul took up and has taken 2 of them. They really recruited at the Tanzania Trading Center so that they learn something which they can teach others. If it's done that graduated, we tell them to form a cooperative and acquire a grant, which is a 40,000 kwacha, for them to start their own business. And soon we shall construct a modern facility for them to be meeting. But it's not before that. We have already Garden Youth Garden Youth Center, which is a project. We procure them a block making machine, and maybe 2 months from now they'll start utilizing through CDF so that they start making blocks, meaning that we're going to recruit or to employ from the so-called junkies. Instead, themselves find busy with drugs, but they'll be finding themselves working, making blocks, and able to for them to make busy, to find something to do than indulging into illicit activities.
Right. So
All right. Anyway, sorry, Chaza. I have, a probe for you, Councillor. Now, as you know, these junkies, they do not just come about, like you've said, it's because they are lacking employment. But you are a ward councillor, and we're talking about youths that are based in your ward. What are you, as a councillor, trying to do together with the church maybe civil societies that are also available or currently working in your ward to see to it that these young people do not indulge and engage themselves into illicit beer drinking, or maybe engaging themselves into drug abuse and alcohol, so that they can be productive youths. How are you working around this?
That's what I'm saying. We have got different NGOs or different youth groups. We have got Zuka Cholinga, we have got Guardian Youth Association, we have got Guardian Youth Movement, we have got other stakeholders who come in to help how we can change the lives of the junkies. So for me, I've been on top of everything. You can go around at least. We cannot say we can do it 100%. No. Welcome, but I will mention to say development is a process. So for those junkies to be completely removed, not to be there, the answer is no. But we can try to reduce through engaging them into different these activities which I've mentioned, employing them, introducing them to skills training, using the church. Today we have got a crusade, you know, we have got a big crusade just to pray so that this issue of junkies and so forth to go. We are trying by all means to engage the church. We are trying by all means to engage the NGOs. We are trying by all means. That's my role, is to engage them. I cannot just pick them to go to say, let's go to ZNS. The answer is no. Yeah. So for me, but after completion of the youth center, you see things changing, because the police is not a last solution. You take them to jail, they will be jailed, they will rotten in cells and so forth. But let's also turn them to Jesus, also turn them to know some skills so that they can forget the past, what they've been doing. But again, I won't run away the parents. Me, I'm just a civic leader who can facilitate, who can lobby. But the major people are their parents. Doesn't mean that these junkies, their parents are gone. No, they're alive. So is to partner, is the parents, myself, civil societies, to come on board and to help this, so that the issue of junkies must come to an end. Even yourself as a moderator, bring ideas to us to say, Mr. Banda, yeah, we always interview you about junkies, but we have got some ideas. We can buy in and we lobby. We can lobby. People have been helping us a lot. We lobby, then we see the way forward. I thank Master Chimbala. Came on board, he's helping more than 20 of them. So those are the connection we are trying to work with civil society NGOs to help the junkies.
All right,
Well, as
Councillor
Ubuntu
Adrian,
channel, please go
we
ahead, Chaza.
greatly appreciate. Lance, I've cut you short. Do come in before I do so.
Okay, and I was just trying to tell Councillor Adrian that as Ubuntu channel, we would also pledge our allegiance to see to it that junkies vasira mumba komboni. So he can engage us as a media house to see to it on how we can work together with him and do the sensitization also together with him and on his behalf. Back to you, Chaza.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate, and we are always open, to come in, just like Lance has indicated, Councillor, Adrian. So our door is open anytime.
Thank you, and I'm really humbled. As youths, I feel good and 100%. If you can change this nation as we work together.
Thank you so much. Just in case, you are there following the program and you'd like to join us, maybe you have a contribution or a question, you can definitely get to, drop us a message right in the comment section. In case you want to join us live on set, you can click on the link that we have shared in the comment section. Then you definitely get to join us live right here, and you make your contribution, or you get to ask any question that you may have as regards development, and also the utilization of CDF as regards, Ward 22, Ngwerere Ward, where, Councillor Adrian is coming from. Remember, this is Meet Your Leaders, and this is your channel, Ubuntu channel. Right now, Councillor Adrian, I want to find out because, in the introduction, you have told us that you are, the conduit between the people in the ward and the government. So I'd like to find out, in terms of communication, what communication modes do you use for you to take information from the government to the people and from the people to the government? And also, how has the communication platforms been, as regards the people to you and amongst themselves, if they have problems that needs to be sorted out, or there are developmental projects, or ideas that they want to communicate, how do they do it?
Okay, thanks so much. I've got an open door policy. When I was elected in 2016, I found that there was no office for the area councillor. Then I said, no, where do the people link up with their civic leaders? So we opened up councillor's office for ease access. Each and everyone within my ward must have time to come and see me. I sit there in the office twice in a month, first week of the month, a Thursday, and last week of the month on Thursday. Again, where I work from, they normally comes, those who have got agency, matters, pressing matters, are able to communicate with me everywhere. I can say 89% of the people of Ngwerere Ward 22, they've got my numbers. We have got WhatsApp groups for the community. Then I've got the WDC who sits in the office every day. The WDC represents the community in terms of development. Me, whatever the development they want, I take it to the council where we sit, where we have got our worship the mayor, Honorable Chitando, I worship the mayor Chitando Stangala, who's our mayor of the greater city of Lusaka. We sit in the chambers to represent the people of my ward, what they need, what they want to implement. So that's the communication. If there's something, infrastructure, which we can do, we write some letters, we CC copy to our either member of parliament, Honorable Chakafuswa, to say this is the people they want, then you do some follow-ups. We have got quarterly meetings, which I mentioned. We always meet to talk, to discuss the way forward, what you have failed and what you are yet to achieve within the ward.
That's a beautiful thing. And Lance, talked about the junkies. Recently, our country was, ranked as #1 in terms of alcohol consumption. What is it that you are doing, in your ward to, ensure that Zambia is actually removed from such a, a title?
Yeah, that's why we have got a Department of Public Health, department at council. If there's a challenge, there's an outcry of the people to say there's too much buzz, we always go to the council, we inform them to come and do an operation to see if they've got people who are running some bars without licenses, and those people, they're always brought to book to make sure that they don't trade without following the Public Health Act. Otherwise, it's our duty to make sure that whosoever is selling beers and so forth to have a license and to follow the time of opening and time of closing. But if there's a lot of mushrooming, I know these areas of mushrooming have been pounced by the local authorities through public health with the help of the council police. They've taken some action in my ward. We have been all over on the news, whatever happens within my ward. Otherwise, we're on it. That's what I'm saying. Development is a process. So we are working on it to see that whoever is trading must follow the Public Health Act.
Councillor Adrian, you have talked about the duration and the license. I am concerned, that you have not talked about the age restriction. I've seen, youths that are below 18, permitted entering bars, clubs, and so on and so forth. What are you doing about it?
Yeah, on that one, that's why we at randomly we told the same public team to go around to make sure that they're adhering to the liquor licensing act, because equally myself as a area councillor, I normally go around to check, but I can say in my ward, I haven't recorded such concerns about old age teenagers found themselves into these bars. If I had done, then I haven't get anything from the community that concerns. I could have taken an action over the same. Otherwise, the concerns of today's noise pollution, which is I'm working on it. For underage, we always sensitize the community through the police, through the deki. You have been having different activities within the world. That's why I thank God that I'm being supported by the community at large, the youths, women, to help us how we can put Ngwerere Ward 22 on the map so that there's not a lot of activities happening like underage to be found themselves into bars. No, on that one we haven't been having such concerns within the world.
Maybe just a follow up on that, Councillor. As you know, Ward 22, Ngwerere Ward 22, it has almost the famous joints, in the compound or in the community where utanje mapesika change. Okay, maybe atate wake bafuna tuma mwana njo kanigulireko chanyo enda usiteko bwanji moja. You being the councillor, together with your team that you are working with, let's talk about the sensitization method that you are using, not only to talk about underage people going into bars, nightclubs, or pamashabini. Kai mkomboni mwatu ni mashabini haya. Zapeza chipa jawagulisa kachasu, paja bashita bwanji, paja pali bwanji. Sanga ziwe mwana tipali kachasu, azamtu mcha atate wake nja, enda ontengereko kapainti paja, kapainti saka ziwa. So, you are the area councillor, then you also have a team that you are working with. Let's talk about how are you curbing or looking at these young people being stopped from, in fact, their parents being stopped from sending their young children as young as 7 years old. Because in the mwana wanga pano nkamuza njere kantengere kachani pacha. As I'm the father. How are you working as a councillor together with the community to see to it that ine ndine dadi wa mwana na muforcing nje iwe enda kanigulire ka pint pacha enda kanigulire 1 liter enda kanigulire shanshani? How are you keeping that thing?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These meetings which we normally have, we have got different topics we talk about. We talked about junkies, we talked about early marriages, we talked about early pregnancies, we talked about underage to be found. So our community meeting, we discuss a lot of issues. That's why we incorporate the churches, who are our major stakeholders, to help us to spread this information. We have got the WDC, we have got the zone leaders, we have got a youth space in Shimizu there. They are very working under NCH, who have really helped us. It's a youth group, very powerful. We just launched some last year, which have been helping us to curb these, not these young ones to be found themselves or to be sent by the parents to go and buy some beers for them while the teenager. So no, we are doing all the best to sensitize the community through these groups, even ourselves as a community initiative program, which we normally have in our ward.
Well,
right.
Sorry, Chaza.
Lance, maybe let me allow you to come in. Do come in. I'll certainly
please
come
do,
up for
please
you.
do. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Councillor, anyway, our clashing, me and Chaza, this means that what we are talking about right now, because I think all of us here, we are youths, not adult youths, but we are youths that are very much concerned about, the consumption of alcohol from we, the young people, we, the young generation. And I think we would want to see Zambia not being ranked number 1 in Africa as the most alcohol consumptive country. We would love to see a reduction in that. I think I saw a meme somewhere saying that a win is a win. So since Zambia has been ranked #1, meaning that we are winning. For me, I don't go with that narrative because it means that we are destroying the next generation or the generation to come. Um, Comrade Adrian, you are a councillor, you are a man of influence. How are you using your position as a councillor, as a man of influence, to preach and to tell these young people, not only in your ward, let me make this clear, not only in your ward, because you do not only meet people from your ward, but you meet many different people because you are a role model to different people or to different young people. How do you use your position to see to it that you preach and tell the young people to say that alcohol is not a best solution? What would you recommend for government in terms of recreational facilities and youth clubs to be formed, maybe countrywide or in different constituencies? What would be your say on that?
On me, to me, I would say the same, because whatever we do, we need some resources. We need funds, so we need to attach to use CDF to implement or to bring up a deliberate policy whereby we engage these youth, other NGOs, because we can't do it ourselves alone. We need the DEC to come in. We need health department to come in. We need other civil society to come in to help to sensitize the community through drama, through sketches, drama, through other sports activities, so forth. So for me, it will be, yeah, it's a process which we need to engage ourselves as one. How we lobby or we write to our area member of parliament, Honorable Shakafusa, to give us some resources to empower a team which can start sensitizing the community at large through different activities. I can say, okay, there's a word fund we can use. So thank you so much for that wonderful question that you have posed to me. No, we are on course of everything. That's why we want to do a modern facility for youth, meaning that I'm of keen interest for me that we want Zambia to change, to have youth who are innovative, youth who are promising us to change the nation, youth who can uh, change the world at large. So we work hand in hand and our door are open to allow other well wishers to come on board with different proposals how we can work together and change the lives of the youth within the ward and across.
All right, Councillor, Adrian, thank you so much. I want to, you have talked about the future, that you are interested in engaging in recreational, activities. I want to find out from you, do you have any recreational, activities that are ongoing in your ward right now? If so, which ones are they?
For me, yes, I can say yes. We have got the Garden Youth Association, which is a center for all youths who come to meet with a different activities. And that one is not a government thing, it's private, just owned by a youth who have got passion, who has got the heart to help other youth, not to find other youth to be found into different activities. But that's why we promise the youth within Garden to say we are going to have a facility which is there as modern. For now, it's as a meeting center at my office, site office. Yes, it's there where all youth they can meet. But we need something modern which they can own to say this is ours. We are the Red Cross there. It's a white elephant. I find the Red Cross hasn't been functioning, and it's on title, so I couldn't to put pressure on them. Then I said, no, let's just utilize this space for Osaka Water. This is the site office. We demolish, we put a modern structure for the used to be meeting. But we thank this private owner, which is Potembo, who has come to our aid to give a chance for other youth to be having that his place for a gym to be meeting. Well, us as authority, we are working, or we are going to construct a modern one.
All right, that is definitely a good thing. And right now, I want to find out in terms of, benefits, the people in your ward, how are they benefiting, from education, health, and so on and so forth? What, kinds of developmental, benefits are your people in your ward having right now?
Yeah, we say in Ngwerere we have got two health facilities. We have got Shimizu health facility, then we have got Site 3 health facility. We just constructed through our well wisher, which is the Church of Christ later days, Church of Jesus Christ later days, who donated and constructed a modern maternity wing. Adjusted there's a clinic for me in terms of health. They're able to access medicals within than just trying to decongest the Sparta level 1 hospital. In terms of education, very soon we're going to receive 1x3 classroom blocks between Ngwerere and the Simon Kapwepwe. And also we're going to construct uh, we're going to receive some school desks, which is 250, meaning that the education, without education, cancer won't be there. But because of education, it's a key to success. So we're on course, but we are through the office of the MP. We need a secondary school in Ngwerere Ward 22 because we don't have a secondary school, and the population is growing every day. So we'll see if we can lobby some land within the swapons here, if they can allow us to start a secondary school. I pray that even the people within the ward that have been requesting to say we don't have a secondary school. And before I leave the garden, I need to make sure that they have a secondary school.
Right, Councillor Adrian, there are probably some respects that we have not tackled, as we were, interacting with you. I want to give you, an opportunity for you to reach out to, your people in the world and also the world at large. What do you have to say to your people and also the people out there?
Yeah, well, I would say we have got an open door policy. So all wishers, please come on board. We need to work together to make sure that we provide good services to the people. Because people they put us in power in this office to lobby. So the doors are open. My office is at the old police there. They can come, and we have got the page of Councillor's page. They are able to go to my page, Councillor Adrian Banda's page. We are able to interact through my page. Whatever they can bring in to change the garden. And I would say also people take advantage of our offices to come personally at our office so that we can interact, we can bring ideas, how we can change this garden together. It's not me alone, it's together. So that's what I can say. And I appreciate for the support that have really rendered to me since the inception. On that one, I say I give kudos to the people of Ngwerere Ward 22 that have been really there for me. Even now, I'm from the crusade, which I was there also to attend to it. A group of pastors, bishops, Reverend, called me to be part of it. Meaning that his support coming from across the, and they let them also continue praying for me. This journey, they've been canceled before. I took over from there. Even other people also take over from me. So let's also do the part whereby we can leave legacy. Say Adrian did this during his tenure of office.
All right, thank you so much. And before we get to a close, I want now to, because of the jersey that you are wearing, I want you to tell us, a little bit about, how sporty you are. Which team you go for. What sports activities do you go? Do you go to the gym? Do you jog and so on and so forth?
I'm Zambia. I'm Zambia, and I support Filipino too much. And I told Lions to say, after the crusade, I came to to the gym. Let's postpone. And I said, wait, let's do it. I said, no problem, let's do it. So just from now, let's go straight to the gym. As you can see, I've been interviewed. I've been interviewed in the car. I'm ready to go and train.
That's a good thing. You must be, a fit person, and I understand that when you are fit, you forever be young.
Yes.
Yep, yep,
Thank you
yep.
so much. Let me throw it, to Lance right about now.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I even have much to say. All that we can do as Ubuntu channel, Councillor Banda, we want to thank you and appreciate you for making time for us. And please keep your doors open whenever we reach out to you and want to have you on the program so that you can talk to the Zambian people at large, apart from the Ngwerere 22 people. Please open your doors. We'll come through to you and ask you so that you can account to the people that elected you, or the people that selected that you should drive their developmental agenda in their ward. Please keep your doors open. We appreciate you. We are so happy. And as Ubuntu channel, we are here to support you, and we are here to make sure that we bring to the people this program, Meet Your Leaders. We are here to make sure that we have people meet their leaders, have a one-on-one with them, and talk to them, as well as probe them in terms of questioning. It's so unfortunate that we couldn't bring questions today because I think me and Chaza had a lot to discuss with you, and somehow, somewhere, we have sidelined the viewers that are watching. So please open your door so that next time when you come, we may have more of people's responses than me and Chaza having a chat with you, Councillor. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Lance. We do indeed appreciate the counselor, and just like you have indicated, definitely will come knocking on the counselor's door. At this point in time, would like to thank even the viewers out there that have been with us, following from the beginning till now. And remember that this program comes your way every Wednesday at 20 hours, Zambian time or Central African time. So from myself, Lance, and myself, together with the counselor, we are saying, till then, God bless you all.